Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Ryan Turley here. Welcome back to my channel. I post videos weekly, usually about smoking meats on my smoker. I've got a pellet grill and now an offset that I'm gonna be using today. I am so excited to use this Char-Griller Grand Champ XD offset for these beef plate ribs. So let's break into this and see what we're working with. These are prime grade, and you can see that from all this marbling here. It looks incredible. There is a thin membrane here on the bone side that I am gonna leave intact, but I'm gonna start out by just scoring these bones just so that membrane can peel back just a little bit during the smoke. And now it doesn't look like I need to trim too much fat off of this either. This shop's done a really good job. I am gonna take some of this hard fat off though and expose a little bit more meat for our SPG, salt, pepper, garlic rub that we're gonna be throwing on here. So be sure to save your fat scraps. You can melt this down and make some amazing beef tallow with it. There is a small layer of silver skin right here, also over in this section here, that I am just gonna do my best to take off without taking away too much meat from underneath. That's pretty much what we're looking for to achieve across the rest of this. So I'm gonna finish this up and we'll be right back. Beautiful. So I think I've got enough of this trimmed off. This meat is looking incredible. I don't want to take out too much of this fat section here because I have a feeling it goes pretty deep. I was also trying to achieve the most aerodynamic cut here while trimming this fat. Bone side towards the heat, and then it's all going to be rolling off this way. All right, let's get this seasoned up. So for our binder today, I'm working with this Bottle Rocket hot sauce. It's made with red jalapeno peppers. Bit of this sauce on the bone side first. And then we are gonna hit it with this SPG blend. So about 40% salt, 40% pepper, and 20% garlic powder. Get this flipped over and focus on our meat side. All right, our coals have been firing away here in this chimney for the last 10 or 15 minutes. I'm gonna add it to my offset firebox, and I've already got a large log in there. I'm gonna put the coals in on top of it, and that log's gonna keep my heat stable this whole smoke. So let's go. We're gonna let that log heat up and ignite before we shut this side door, just so that our cooking chamber isn't bringing in any of that gray, dirty smoke. As you can see, we've got much cleaner blue smoke here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this side firebox door. In the main cooking chamber, I am gonna add this water pan here. This water is gonna help balance out the heat of the entire cooking chamber, and also add a little bit of moisture as well. And I'm gonna add this drip pan. I'm gonna be placing my ribs over here closer to the smokestack. That's gonna give us a more balanced temperature. All right, these beef plate ribs have been chilling out for about an hour. It's looking incredible. All right, you can see here we're almost up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not cooking my meat up here. I'm gonna be cooking my meat down here. So I expect to be running 225 to 250 in this range. We're gonna be throwing the largest part of the meat towards the heat source, so that smoke's gonna be rolling over and down this way.
Meanwhile,
here is the result of the beef tallow that I let go for about 90 minutes, almost 2 hours. And look at this liquid gold. Still at that 300-degree mark on the upper temp gauge. The temp gauge that I threw right next to the meat is running at about 250, 260, which is right where I want it, and my meat has hit 160. All right, that bark is looking incredible. We've got a little bit of pullback on these bones here, and now I am gonna spritz this with our beef tallow.
Two hours later.
Oh, look at that. But look at this. This bone is ready to come right out. Oh, look at that. It's taken everything in my power not to just squeeze this, but look at those juices. Look how incredible that looks. Oh, that fat is fully rendered. All right, let's give it a shot. Oh, wow. This is a super easy smoke. Once again, I had my offset smoker running at about 275, almost 300 degrees. And for all of you that use a pellet smoker, I would definitely suggest cooking at a lower temperature because you will get more smoke flavor at the 200 to 225 range for the first 5 or 6 hours until you wrap it, and then you can crank the heat up to let it finish off. I pulled these at 198 degrees Fahrenheit and let that internal temp rise up to about 200 to 203 before I cut into it. I did let these rest for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, but I really wish I'd let them go longer. Anyways, they turned out perfect. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I would really appreciate it if you like this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much, and have a great night. Peace.